Hello United fans, welcome to the United Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates and transfer stories straight from Old Trafford. One-away Manchester United star Marcus Rashford is understood to prefer a move to Barcelona, but isn't the Catalan club's first choice, it has been claimed. Rashford, 27, indicated he is open to a new challenge after spending his entire career at Old Trafford. The England international has been sidelined by head coach Ruben Amorim, with his most recent appearance coming in the Europa League victory over Victoria Plzen on December 12th, and he has made a matchday squad just once since. A number of clubs have emerged as potential destinations for the forward, including French sides Marseille and Monaco and Bundesliga outfit Borussia Dortmund. The latter could have former United boss Erik Ten Hag in charge before the transfer window shuts, with manager Nuri Sahin dismissed on Wednesday and the Dutchman tipped to take his place. Rashford remains on Barcelona's radar as they debate whether to add to their ranks after falling to third in La Liga. However, two other Premier League stars appear to be ahead of him in the queue. According to Mundo Deportivo, via Sport Witness, those two men are Alexander Isak and Luis Diaz. Liverpool and Colombia forward Diaz was linked in the summer, only to stay at Anfield, while Isak's stock has risen after bagging 15 goals in 20 Premier League appearances this season. Neither Diaz nor Isak is thought to be available in January though, and the same goes for another target, AC Milan star Raphael Varane. The same publication indicates a move for Rashford is considered more realistic, though it is unclear whether they would be after a loan or a permanent move. Barcelona continue to play a careful game when it comes to their wage budget and are expected to need to trim some wages from the bill before they're able to move for attacking reinforcements. Ansu Fati, who has played less than 200 minutes this season, appears the most likely candidate to leave if a buyer can be found. Barcelona made a flying start in La Liga, winning 11 of their first 12 matches under new manager Hansi Flick. However, a run of just one win in the last 8 has seen them fall 7 points adrift of leaders Real Madrid. They needed a late comeback against Benfica in their last Champions League game to book their place in the round of 16, trailing 3-1 and 4-2 in Lisbon, before claiming a last-gasp 5-4 victory through Rafinha. Flick's team are the top scorers in the Champions League with 26 goals, while no other team has more than 19. They also blew away Real Madrid in the Supercopa final, winning 5-2 in Jeddah, but haven't ruled out further attacking recruits. When Manchester United welcome Rangers to Old Trafford on Thursday evening, they will come up against a familiar foe. Former United goalkeeper Jack Butland will be in between the posts for the Scottish side, if he is deemed fit enough after a recent injury scare, and he will be keen to compound the misery of his former side. Butland has re-energised his career north of the border and was even tipped by some pundits to be picked for Gareth Southgate's England squad at Euro 2024. He missed out on a place on the plane to Germany, but it served to show how well the 31-year-old has rebuilt himself after his career in England had gone stale. After emerging as one of the most exciting young goalkeepers in the country at Birmingham City, Butland moved to Stoke City, where he established himself as a Premier League #1 and an England international. Stoke were relegated in 2018, but Butland stayed loyal and kept his England place after an impressive season in the Championship in 2018-19. But his form nosedived at the start of the 2019-20 season, when a number of errors led to him being dropped from the starting 11. In October 2020, Butland returned to the Premier League with Crystal Palace, but accepted he would be the club's second-choice goalkeeper behind Vicente Guaita. After 2.5 years, United came calling in January 2023 after their second-choice goalkeeper Martin Dubravka was recalled by Newcastle United. Butland joined United's goalkeeping setup alongside David de Gea and Tom Heaton, and he was delighted to take the opportunity to sign for Erik Ten Hag's side, given he was a boyhood United fan. Speaking after joining United, Butland said, "I'm over the moon. To call yourself a Manchester United player is pretty awesome. It is the best club in the world, a club I watched as a kid, and I had shirts with my name and number 7 on the back, so it has always been a fairy tale for me. Butland was on the bench 20 times for United and was part of the squad who won the Carabao Cup, reached the FA Cup final and finished third in the Premier League that season. He never made an appearance for United though, and when Ten Hag replaced De Gea with Andre Onana and also signed Turkish international Altay Bayindir that summer, Butland's time at United was over. With his contract at Palace expired, Butland joined Rangers on a free transfer, and after 3 years playing second fiddle, he was back to being number one at a club competing for domestic honours and in European football. It gave him a new lease of life, and his form in Glasgow quickly began to catch the eye back in England. He helped the Gers win the Scottish League Cup in his first season at the club, and Southgate admitted he was back on the England radar. Rangers boss Philippe Clement praised Butland for establishing himself as a leader in the Ibrox dressing room and described him as one of the best goalkeepers he has worked with. "He is a really top-class goalkeeper for me," said Clement. "He almost didn't have a downfall make a mistake in all of our 4 months together. He is a top goalkeeper, but also a top personality, because you can be a really good goalkeeper, but not be a leader in the dressing room. If people are talking about being in the England squad, that says enough, because England will be one of the favourites to win Euro 2024. It is the decision of Mr. Southgate. He knows all the other goalkeepers. I don't watch all these games, so I cannot make comparison, but I can say one thing, Jack is totally ready every game. He is proving that." The England recall didn't come, but Butland has continued to be at the heart of Rangers, albeit limited success this season, particularly in Europe. Despite trailing Celtic by 13 points in the Scottish Premiership, Rangers have performed admirably in Europe and head to Old Trafford 1 point behind United in the Europa League. Rangers are currently in 8th place, which would be enough to secure their passage to the last 16 of the competition. They have enjoyed wins over Malmo, Steaua Bucharest, and an eye-catching 4-1 win away at Nice. They have also drawn with Olympiacos and Tottenham, and a win over United would lift them above Ruben Amorim's side and keep them on course to avoid a playoff game to reach the last 16. If they are to do that, Butland will likely play a huge role. Having once been over the moon to sign for United, he is now the man plotting their downfall on Thursday evening. Toby Collyer became Manchester United's 251st academy graduate to roll off Old Trafford's fabled production line when he made his senior debut in August. Collyer got his first taste of senior action when he replaced Kobbie Mainoo in the Community Shield defeat to Manchester City at Wembley. The midfielder had been knocking loudly on the first-team door, and Erik Ten Hag handed him his Premier League debut when he replaced the hapless Casemiro at half-time in the 3-0 mauling at Old Trafford by Liverpool. Collyer made his full United debut a couple of weeks later in the Carabao Cup against Barnsley at left-back. Collyer, who turned 21 this month, caught Ruben Amorim's eye after returning from injury and has come off the bench in United's last 3 games. United are well known for bringing young players through, and they have boasted at least one academy player in every matchday squad since 1937. However, the Worthing-born Collyer initially shone with Brighton before moving to Old Trafford nearly 3 years ago. He developed with Brighton's under-12s before making his under-18 debut at 15 and his under-23 one at 17. He turned down the offer of a contract with the Seagulls to join United on a 3.5-year deal just after his 18th birthday in March 2022. The rules were changed to allow him to count as an academy product, and United could have a midfield talent on their hands. Physically strong, the right-footed Collyer is a holding midfielder who likes to play a pass and dribble. Amorim hopes to dip him and out of the team, and he will find it hard to make many starts this season with Mainoo, another academy graduate, Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen all ahead of him. It is interesting that Amorim did not want to send him out on loan for the remainder of this season, and he clearly sees him as part of his first-team squad. Collyer has been capped at under-16 and under-17 levels by England and received his first under-20 call-up in October. However, he still has much work to do to make it at Old Trafford, and many other young players flopped after breaking through, such as Brandon Williams, Adnan Januzaj, James Wilson, Ravel Morrison, and Fabian Brandy. It makes it harder that United are such a mess, and it would be easier for him to establish himself at a more stable club. Still, he feels he is in the right place and says he is learning every day from his more experienced teammates. I can't put it into words how grateful I am, he told the club's matchday programme, United Review. Without them, I wouldn't be able to reach the level I've got to at the minute. I think as much as I've done hard work, they've worked hard with me as well to help me and give me tips, like I've said previously. It's massive for me. You learn so much, just little things. Them speaking to you during the game about your positioning or certain things to look for when you get the ball, certain areas to pick up. Everyone in the group is really massive for my development and they've all helped me improve so much already.